Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel once again. We are coming in here. We're going to be checking out today Destiny's Twab that's dropping today. Today is February 25th, 2021. This is the 2021 February 25th update. We're going to be seeing exactly, this is kind of a update before the Twab. So I'm kind of giving you this version because this one actually is a little bit more in depth than the actual Twab itself. So I'm going to go through this and basically combine both elements in an easy overview for all you guys to watch, just so you don't have to go through both of them. This is kind of like what you really need to know. So let's get in there and let's review what we heard from Bungie today. Let's go. All right, guys, starting out here real quick, I'm just going to highlight all of this stuff for you guys so you can make this Twab much easier for you to digest without having to read through all this stuff. It's a lot of stuff in here. Basically, the first portion of this is basically talking about Mr. Blackburn's, which is assistant Destiny 2 director. He's basically talking about his love of Destiny and his kind of his path, and then also where Destiny was then and is now. And then we get into talking about the upcoming DLCs and expansions, the Witch Queen, Lightfall, and beyond. So basically, it's just a quick overview is what he was talking about. This here is just talking about their what they plan on doing and coming up with Witch Queen, how they want to round out the whole dark and light kind of saga and get us into new things and kind of start to push the MMO vibe on further and where they're going with Destiny at this point. Everything from their balances to PvP, transmog, crossplay, all that stuff's in here, which is really cool. Also talks a little bit about the impact of COVID-19 on the whole Destiny team, which we pray for those guys and hope they get better. And my hats off to those guys for still working really hard under extreme conditions. So let's move on and let's talk about rewards that matter. So this is basically a quick bit that they're talking about sunsetting. They're basically saying they were off the mark when it came to sunsetting, so they think they're going to now lift the level caps on items that currently are able to go to the max cap for this season. We'll be able to go through to the next season. So starting season 14, they will no longer be capping the fusion on any weapon or armor that's not already reached the cap as of season 13. So any armor that has not already reached its cap by the start of season 14 or weapons will be able to keep on infusing through. So that means your trusties, your fallen guillotines, your gnawing hungers, like my man Cracked, who has an absurd amount of kills on, will still be viable. So those things are going to be good for you guys to keep on and moving forward. So that's basically what that's talking about. Power play, they're talking about the seasonal, each season it's about 50 levels you have to grind. Now they're reducing that to 10 as long as it's a non-expansion season. So for instance, if Witch Queen didn't come out until season 16, we're currently in season 13. So that would mean season 14 would only be 10. Season 15 would only be 10. Like you'd have to 10 levels you have to gain. But then in season 16, whenever the expansion came out, that may be a 50 season. That's the way I'm kind of digesting what they're saying there. Moving on, then they get in to start talking about Crucible. And Crucible modes here. They're talking about nerfs and changes to to Stasis, Behemoth Titan. This is going to happen across, it seems, 13 and 14. So we may be having an adjustment here in 13, but definitely in 14 there'll be a lot. They're decreasing they're making Behemoth Titans take more damage while they're in their super. Of course, we all knew that was needed. Increase the amount of super energy it costs to performing light attacks, so no more spamming their light punch all over the place. Removes the AoE cast on the super, so if you're close to them, someone can't just panic and pop their super and freeze you anymore. Reduce the travel efficiency of the Shiver Strike when slowed, so if you actually get one of those guys slowed now, you will be able to kind of control them a little bit better. Revenant Hunter is going to get the decreasing of the shurikens. That's not no longer going to have as much damage and tracking as it currently does now. It will also decrease the slow stacks applied to the target. Should remove Shatter Dive. So if everyone doesn't know, Shatter Dive did get nerfed. They're removing that damage reduction, but I'm gonna tell you why they're doing that, I believe. They also fixed bugs with the Warlock on tracking of their frost bolts, of their ice flare bolts, and also their shard binder super projectiles. So to make those track better. And the reason why they removed the Shatter Dive is because the last part there, they decreased crystal Shatter Dive damage. So I think that's why they backed that off, so that if they were going to decrease the Shatter Dive damage and also decrease the Shatter the Crystal Shatter, it would make that pairing very unoptimal to where it would never really do anything, would never really kill like a lot of other nades can. So I think that's why they did that. Moving on past this part, they are going to keep focusing on adjusting more things in Crucible and other things they need to do. Also looking into cheating. They're saying they're doubling their security system as far as the people to be on the security side. They also are looking to join up with other companies to press legal action against people who make cheats for the game, and all those sorts of things. So, and then moving us into Trials of Osiris, which is the big one for a lot of you guys, you should be looking at. And before I dive into this one too, I kind of skipped over one part. They are looking at balancing. So Fell Winters and Warmind Cell builds, beware, they're looking at you. So be careful on that one. I don't know what they're going to do with the Fell Winters. I don't know what they're going to do with the Warmind Cell builds, but I'm assuming it's something to adjust to not make them as OP as they currently are. You know, I think that's what they're looking at. We'll see. Hopefully it's not too terrible, but you might want to start looking for a Retold Tale, Astral Horizon, something else to fill up that slot. And maybe start working on your game, change some things up, because it looks like everyone that crutches on the Fell Winters, which it's a bad term for me to say crutch on them. Those that use it habitually and it's their only second weapon that they use, you might want to start playing around with a different variation or something else, because it looks like it won't be top dog for much longer. Improving on Trials, guys. Quick overview on this part real fast. Better matchmaking, incentivizing people to play their cards longer. Also looking into a better balance of defining skill tiers, so maybe making games less sweatier. Looking at also rewards to make people play their cards longer, and so that you don't have to deal with so many one card resets that are of people who are just grinding low, grinding wins and kills in the 1 to 3 bracket of cards. And also looking to try to get solo players involved in Trials, which I think is really good. I don't know if that'd be some sort of matchmaking pool to where maybe just like when you queue up for Iron Banner, you have either you go by a group or you got freelance. Maybe they do a freelance version of Trials of Osiris. That could be pretty cool, where you could it's a group of nothing but freelance players. Nobody's in a group together, but it's just random players queuing up for Trials to try to go, and it matches you up a group, and then you guys try to go win it, and see if that works. So I don't know what they're gonna do, but that could be it. Moving on, season 14, Vault of Glass returns. So next season, which is roughly about 74 days from now, roughly about that, 74, 73 days from now, that will be season 14 coming out. Because season 13 will be ending and season 14 will be out, and we will have Vault of Glass. There will be a raid race happening, so there will be a world's first contest mode for the first 24 hours, but they're flipping the script a little bit on how the world's first is going to work. If you want world's first and you want that belt, not only will you have to complete the raid, but you will also have to do a list of curated challenges and triumphs. So what this means is there's going to be special things, maybe with the Gorgons, maybe things with actually how you approach the Atheon fight in there. There's going to be something that's going to make it more of a challenge for you, on top of the challenge mode being there, which means they're adding champions and things like that to it. So it will still be the Vault of Glass experience that you are used to and that you remember. And from what they're saying, they want to keep it as authentic as possible, but they will throw some tricks up their sleeve to make it still challenging on day one, as well as making you have to do challenges if you want to walk away with that day one emblem, jacket, belt, whatever it is. But your boy and this family out here, we're going to be going for that world's first. So get yourselves ready, strap in. We're going to be rocking that bad boy too. Going down the list, Adeline is going to be coming back, which is 801. So she will be back in there. She's going to be your transmog vendor. So for everyone looking for transmog, it is coming. Yes, thank God. Drip Lords, all my drip lords, all my sexy people out there like to look good when you go and pop people in the face, it's here, guys. So we got that coming. 801, she'll be coming to you guys. She'll be, you have a choice of doing the task to unlock the actual transmog, or you can just go purchase that transmog. So pay the drip or play and receive, whatever you want to do. Grind it out, pay for it. I don't care. It's not pay to win, it's pay to look good. So I like it. So 801 will be doing that stuff, which will be really cool, coming out very soon. Also, last but not least, crossplay coming season 15, and with a sprinkle of it in season 14. There will be trial periods of crossplay that will be launched in season 14. That will be a widespread launch to have a lot of people participate in it, to see how it happens before they turn the dial and kick it on. So guys, that gives us a time frame, probably roughly at this point, of about 2 to 3 months, about 3 months. I'd say about 3 to 4 months before we see crossplay coming in, guys. But hell, that's pretty damn awesome that by summer we could be looking at where we could be playing with our Xbox or PS4, all our PC friends, all of us could be playing together. So that's amazing. And on top of that, they said they will not force you to play with console players or PC players if you do not want to. The only way that PC players will be able to play with console players is if they're specifically invited them to the PC Crucible pools. So it sounds like the PC player has to invite the console player. If he invites the console player, then they will be now playing against PC players once they jump in. That's going to be really cool. So that, I cannot wait for that experience. Ikora Ray has been kind of AFK. We're going to see her coming back a lot more. I'm excited about this one. I called this a long time ago. In season 15, they will be introducing legendary stasis energy and power weapons. I've been saying this since the beginning. Since the beginning, when I saw the Salvation's grip, I knew where they were going, and where they were going is they are bringing in a new damage type, a new energy type, which means we will now not only have to deal with arc shields, void shields, and solar shields. We will now have to, in possibly GM situations, deal with stasis shields. They will be coming out. So these missions that we've been playing, these strikes on Europa that have a lot of stasis bosses, they most likely will be coming with stasis shields now. So in the game of matchmaking, osmosis on a talent on a weapon may become very, very useful. If you think about it, that way you could probably squeeze out at least three different energy type levels, and using your grenade to change the damage type, or even things like the Borealis and the Hard Light would be a really good secondary matched up with a stasis power. So there may be some really cool setups you'll see coming, having to deal with stasis weapons being included. They're talking about the gilded levels coming out in season 14. There will be another level to gild up further. As you can see, this person's rocking the Flawless Gilded 2 badge, showing that they've gilded that badge twice. So that will be coming out too as well. And last but not least, a little bit of love that they threw at us, as they said they're going to give us a little reward for making it all the way through this bad boy. Here's a look at the Witch Queen armor as it is right now. Of course, Hunter to your left, Titan the middle, Warlock on your right. You guys can take a look at the drip, see if you like it. Definitely check it out, guys. This is, of course, how it is going to look for the loot you will be chasing in Witch Queen. I'm a fan of the Titan. I'm a fan of the Hunter look. I'm a fan of the chest piece, the Warlock. I don't know what they did to the Titan. Kind of a little sad on that part, but hey, it is what it is. But guys, that's been my review of this week's Twab, as well as the actual. And I call this the Twab because this is basically, in my opinion, should have been the Twab. What they released in the Twab was basically similar information, but not exactly all the same information. They kind of went over other things. They're telling you their goals about PvP, information about the glass, the Tramog system, Witch Queen, no additional fusion caps. They're basically giving you everything I just went over with you, as well as talking about just other things on the side that you have going on. There's not really much other than that's really going into this. They're talking about Deepstone Crypt in here. They're talking about other things. There's secret missions and more coming out. There's ritual playlists. They're going to be looking into rewards for things such as your drop weights on your bottom dollars, or things when you're going through and trying to get them out of nightfalls. All that kind of stuff is being covered in there. So that is pretty much it. Also too, they do talk about DDoS protection, that they're talking about people getting DOSed off of consoles and out of games and stuff like that. Fixing issues to battlegrounds, they know that's out there. Presses completions, they're also making sure that the progress is recorded for the voice on the other side, and for the quest for Dead Man's Tale. And there's some other various fixes. You guys can go through and browse for this if you like to, and it'll give you a little more information. But there's just other little things here, artist information, like I said, the actual message that came out before that was pretty much your twab. So that's it, guys. If you haven't yet, please drop a like. Please drop a like on this channel. I greatly appreciate it. I'm live almost every single day right now. I stream pretty much Monday through Saturday now, with the current schedule at 7 CST. Please pull up. I'd love to see you guys there. Twitch.tv/Babyfnelson. As always, like and subscribe to this video. I will catch you guys on the next one. I love you. Thank you so much for supporting. And to all my fam out here, everybody in the inner circle, y'all know what it is. Be easy, never sleazy. I love you. We out.